Well, I've moved on again. I've left Ho Chi Minh and now I'm in the capital city of Vietnam, Hanoi. I left yesterday, I got a flight from Ho Chi Minh. It was 34 degrees when I left Ho Chi Minh. I arrived in Hanoi, it was 14 and it was raining. So it's a little bit different up here. And this is actually where my travels end. Now, I'm not taking the flight back to the UK, I'm actually staying here. I'm living in Hanoi. How about that? Let's just have a wander around Hanoi and get reacquaintance with this wonderful, fascinating city. But first, I can't believe I've got my big coat on, it's insane. This time yesterday I was walking around in shorts and flip-flops, and I have been doing for the last week or so in Bangkok and in Ho Chi Minh, but now we have the Hanoi weather, hence the big coat. So, just up here I've got a place saved to my maps that do pretty good banh mi, apparently, so that's what I'm going to head for next. Banh mi for breakfast, true Hanoi style. So these are cold banh mi, and I think you're getting up, there's two options. I think one is pork and one is something else. I think I'm just going to go for a mix, have a bit of everything on there. It's a pretty popular spot, that one, and you have a woman who's basically, her job is all day just cutting baguettes, just slicing baguettes, putting some butter on, putting some pate on, and then she passes it over to the next woman who fills it with meat and pork floss. I think there's two different types of meat in there. There's some veg and some pork floss. No sauces, I don't think. There were chili sauce options, but too early for that. I'm heading north from here, heading towards the old quarter. Now, the first kind of iconic building that I will come across is the Hanoi Opera House. When I was coming in yesterday, there seemed to be lots and lots of these incredible old French colonial buildings. And yeah, so I'm going to see if I can find some of them today. I've not had much luck, to be honest, so far, but over here on my right, this looks like it was built during the French colonial times. And this is now the State Council for Professorship. Bloody hell. There looks like there's another building just to the left. So maybe we're heading into the area that I was walking around yesterday. Dai Hoc Tung Hop Hanoi. I'm not sure what that is. This is the Hanoi Opera House then. And just around here, there's, well, I don't know what this is. Is it a restaurant? Is it gardens? Or I'm not sure if you can go in here. I'll wait and see if it stops me. No one's stopped me yet. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just moving away from the Hanoi Opera House, and just quite randomly in the middle of these busy roads there's this tiny little park with this unusual fountain in the centre. This was actually built by the French. It's called the Frog Park, or the Frog Fountain or something, I guess, because of these things. Lovely old French colonial style building over here, facing the Frog Fountain. What I didn't realise is that just past the Frog Fountain there's this little park, and if I walk through this park, this will take me straight down to the lake. We have some lovely French colonial buildings to our right, and a lovely old bandstand, I guess. It's very strange because it is Saturday today, but it's so bloody quiet. I was expecting to come to Hanoi and it being like mega busy. Now maybe it's just the area that I'm in at the minute. Maybe once we head up to the old quarter it will be much busier, but right now it's quite peaceful in my hometown of Hanoi. Well, here we have this huge statue in honour of King Lai Tai, and this garden apparently is a celebration of liberation, culture and history. I remember these things were popular from last time, but they were actually out on the road at the south end of the lake. Kids had just taken over the road, the whole place had become pedestrianised, so yeah, all the kids were going down on these things. You got all sorts to choose from. Fire engines, police cars, loving it they were. And here we have the Year of the Dragon, the 2024 Tet, as sponsored by Vietcom Bank. And here's the Hoan Kiem Lake with the tower in the middle there. I think that's called Turtle Tower, but I might be wrong. Yeah, you know you're in Hanoi when you arrive at this lake. This is like kind of the one which is nearest the old quarter, which is just over there to the north of the lake. And yeah, I mean, this is the easiest way to get there, but I think I'm going to have a walk around. I think I'm going to go the long route. I was thinking that there were no McDonald's in Hanoi, but then I found out that there were a few, but they all looked on the outskirts. But there's one right there, right at the bottom of the lake. And what's going on over here? I've also just realised it's actually Sunday, not Saturday, so that's why it's not as busy as I was expecting. It's a good job I realised that, otherwise I missed my first day at work. This is where you come if you want to buy some socks or pants. Right at the top of the lake now. This building here, this was the first beer I ever had in Hanoi 5 years ago. Bloody hell. And over here we have Domino's, we have KFC. Not be paying any of them a visit anytime soon. Well, this place I have actually saved to my Google Maps as one of the best places to get banh mi in the old quarter at least. And yeah, there's a queue. So it looks like a popular place, banh mi Hoi An. Well, I seem to have strolled by accident up to Pub Street. Now, this will be extremely busy later on today. It's very quiet now, there's only 1 or 2 open. And if you're on Pub Street and you want to get yourself a doner kebab, then this is the place to come. Just 40,000. They even have seating upstairs, which I didn't realise. So let's have a look. What is it? Yeah, doner kebab, 40,000. So just over £1, I guess. And this here, the Spy Bar Hanoi, probably my favourite bar in the whole city. I will be definitely coming and checking that out at some point. I've just come off the main street. I was just going to go down and check out a few of the other things that I've added to Google Maps. A couple of bars, a couple of restaurants, etc. I thought I'd get down on the side streets and see what's down here. And look at this for street food. You can have a lovely temple, look. It's a very popular place, and it's on a right little tiny side street. And this is the thing what I love about Hanoi. I mean, we're right in the old quarter now. This is like where all the tourists come, but you get these little side streets like this, and they're just beautiful. And down these little side streets you find restaurants that are so busy. You know, you get your all little local places like this with 1 or 2 people in, some little street food places. I mean, look at this. Tofu, oysters, mussels. it's still hard to get my head around the fact that this isn't the next stop on some big travel. This is home. Bloody hell. Right, so this is my first egg coffee since being back in Hanoi. It comes in this, I'm guessing that's just to keep it hot because it comes in hot water, but I never have it long enough for that to be an issue. So creamy and delicious. So basically you kind of give it a mix, get that coffee at the bottom mixed in, and then just sort of spoon feeding all this wonderful creamy goodness from the top. It's absolutely wonderful, and it's cheaper than I was expecting. It's like 35, so it's pretty much bang on a pound. In Ho Chi Minh it tends to be a little bit more expensive. But... oh man, it's so good to be back. Health and safety in Hanoi. This is a very popular coffee shop, the Note Coffee. The inside is just covered with thousands of post-it notes. Well, I've just spotted this over here. Chua Ba Da. Look at that for an entrance. Right in between Trio City and whatever this is. Just kind of wandering aimlessly at the moment, and I didn't realise that I'm about to come out on the Hanoi Cathedral. Look at this. Last time I came here, I timed it just right. There was service just about to start, and yeah, I went in and saw a bit of the service. Quite the impressive building when you just stumble upon it from a little side street. This is amazing. Look at these little coffee shops here, the Hanoi House. I have actually been in here before, and it's one of them where you don't know where the bloody entrance is, and you have to go, I think you go right down that alley there, and it somehow brings you up to this lovely coffee shop. And this is Mama's Banh Mi, which is yeah, it was one of the best banh mi I had in Hanoi last time. There's always a queue here. Let's see what the prices are like. There is another one that I've heard good things about. Maybe it's this one. That's even cheaper. Well, I've gone for the alternative because there's a massive queue outside Mama's and there's no one here. And to be honest, this one, Banh Mi, has actually got better reviews than Mama's on Google. So I've gone for the grilled pork and cheese, which is just 30,000, less than a pound. Well, that was absolutely delicious compared to the one I had earlier, which was all that kind of cold cuts of meat and was pretty grim, to be honest. And this one is right next to the Mama's, which is really popular. You can see the people queuing up for that. And this is right next door. No one's queuing for it. And yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. I was kind of a bit worried at first when I was checking online for the prices of things in Hanoi. And because the teaching wages, I mean, relatively, it's a good wage in Hanoi. But it's not loads. We only do like kind of 20 hours a week. But the cost of living is so low. I mean, everything's so cheap. That sandwich, I mean, that's lunch and that cost £1. The other day, my two main meals of the day, dinner and evening meal, came to a total of £2. This is a place that I discovered by accident last time. It's just next to the cathedral, and last time I had passion fruit here, which they do have, so I might treat myself to one of them. I've gone for a pint of God water. Oh, it's lager, I didn't realise that, just because it's the cheapest one. So craft lager then. Well, that's the end of this pretty aimless vlog around the old quarter in Hanoi. I guess now the channel's going to change. It's not going to be global treats travelling around Europe and Asia anymore. It's going to be basically me in Hanoi. So I'll be making videos of the 10 best banh mi, the best pho, the best bun chow. I guess I'm going to become one of them kind of vloggers. I'll try and keep it interesting, but who knows. Anyway, it's good night from me in the city of Hanoi.